Let's hear some reaction from political parties to the finance minister's speech.
The government will come to a point where they seriously take a decision to privatise all state-owned enterprises. We see in this budget an additional 35 billion has been allocated to some SOEs, like for instance Denel is one, Transnet is one, but they don't have the final answer on Eskom. So we're not going to know what is going to happen there.
Also, Treasury itself has said that they would reduce debt over the next 2 years, and they're doing the opposite. So we're going to see another 126 billion rand. Between that and 260 billion coming onto the national balance sheet. It's going to increase interest that we have to pay, and it's going to crowd out service delivery far more than we have already. So I can't see how that's going to be viable. It's also going to create moral hazard for Eskom, because there's going to be no incentive whatsoever to be efficient, because they believe that government will just bail us out. So it was the wrong move from the minister. We will be questioning him obviously in Parliament about it. He's talking about very stringent conditions. We've heard this all before. What are those stringent conditions actually going to be? So that's the next step. We will ask what are they and how you're going to actually police those.
What is concerning is the debt that is now being taken over by government, Eskom's debt. That's a huge amount, and that will then place more stress on our government debt levels. But the relief of distress grant, 350 rand a month, is a token. It's something, but our consumers, our households are really struggling. Electricity prices shooting up, fuel prices shooting up, interest rates shooting up, and so we would have liked to have seen more relief.
We're extremely disappointed, because we had thought that he will not repeat that which they say each and every day. They come here to say this is the budget presentation. What he did was to repeat what he has said, and what we have now as a country, it's a debt. We talk here about 5 trillion. When we talk about that, he has not said anything about that. You talk here about 400 billion rent, which must be taken forward, pay for electricity, etc. He has not said anything about that. All that he said was to recognize that, yes, we have this kind of a problem. Now, I must emphasize that for as long as enough money, all those billions are not addressed to pay for electricity, etc., companies go on, they get closed, people lose their jobs, companies don't work anymore, hunger grows. We have this as a major problem.